Kalalal Wahawadla Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that peace and salutation to the brothers on the four corners of this earth that push this word in truth and in sincerity. Brother Manatazak saying Shalom. Here with another article a few weeks ago, or 2 years ago rather. I did a video on Elon Musk, he Neuralink chip, and in this article it's saying the Chinese, you understand, also have their own version of it, more or less, right? So yeah, we go get on into it. It says Chinese brain chip helps paralyzed man regain mobility, and it's less invasive than Elon Musk's Neuralink. The wireless brain-computer interface developed at China's Tsinghua University allows quadriplegic patients to grab objects with prosthetic hand. Unlike implant from Elon Musk startup Neuralink, the Chinese device is not inserted into brain tissue. All right. It says Chinese scientists have developed a wireless brain-computer interface implant that they say has made breakthrough progress in their first patient and is less invasive than Elon Musk's Neuralink chip. Tsinghua University in Beijing announced on WeChat on Tuesday that the Desire Slovakia device created by its research team had made significant progress in rehabilitating Slovakia, a human patient who received the implant on October 24th. So them doing this since last year. And the patient was fully recovered and apparently it working with the patient then. You understand? So as we could tell, we're in the final stages, right? It said the patient is part of an ongoing human clinical trial that has been registered both domestically and internationally, and the device will have to undergo further study before it can seek approval for clinical use, right? So all they're really saying in this article, let me see if I can read full article. Let's see what it takes. All right, nice. I'm not going to say the, short change, man. But anyhow, it said also on Tuesday, Musk announced that the first human patient received an implant from his startup Neuralink Corp. The Chinese team's implant called the Neural Electronic Opportunity NEO. Wow, look at that. Look at it name. Hey, see that? I read that there and I just think about Matrix instantaneously. How Slovakia has allowed a quadriplegic patient to perform hand motions with the help of a wearable prosthetic guided by his brain. Okay, so the attachment that we saw in the hand in the picture above is what does actually move his fingers by brain controlling the attachment. According to the university, which added that the feat had been achieved without the risk of damage to nerves. Brain-computer interface (BCI) are devices that create a direct pathway of communication between the electrical activity within the brain and external device such as a computer. I would like to know where they insert it. That is what I want to see, because it's not going into brain tissue, so then where is it being inserted? So BCI implants have the ability to assess severely disabled persons in communication and active rehabilitation, Tsinghua University said in a news release. The implants could help patients with spinal cord injuries and even disease such as epilepsy and amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. That is the same thing that Elon Musk said that he wanted to do with his chip, his Neuralink chip. Okay. But BCI implants could also allow us to fuse computer and brain intelligence, expanding the brain's processing ability. All right, this song is just like, this is basically the same thing that was released with. Okay, look at what I want here. The majority of the article is basically reiterating what Elon Musk wanted to do with his. Right? It said the NEO system neurological something opportunity. I don't forget what it was, but yeah, the nervous system is not implanted directly into neural tissue. Okay. Instead, its electrodes are placed into the epidural space between the brain and this. Oh, so the little liquid space is where they put in the. Okay, all right, alrighty. The electrodes pick up nerve signals and send them wirelessly to an external receiver attached to the scalp, and the signals can be decoded by a phone or computer. Either way, they go in your brain, right? It's just a different manner of doing it, or just a different way to do it. You know, you're saying more than one way to skin a cat. Yeah, more than one way to implement the M.O.T.B. Yeah, because they're looking at the medical use and then they're looking at computer uses and so on and so forth and making it everyday part of like the same thing with the Neuralink chip. Yeah? So it's the same thing. Alright. So I'm gonna go to the book of Job 9 and 24. It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? I know he's saying the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And so we know right there talking about Esau Edom. You understand? But as the title say, East and West both working to bring in the M.O.T.B. You understand? Because why? The scriptures talk about what? The whole world is drunk with that wine, and the whole therefore the nations are mad. You understand? So they all have drunken of that philosophy, and they all it does it not make sense? Does not the scriptures speak the truth? Alright, the two main how I want to say this, the two main opposing powers of the world, NATO, right? Well, basically NATO, the EU, you know, that whole consulate, for lack of better words, and BRICS, they both wanting to go into digitalization at the same time. That is not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. You understand? It's just two tribes that Esau really beefing with each other. There, to be honest with you, Magog, and Esau Edom. You understand? It's just two different tribes that Edom, you know. That is all it is. You understand? So they all pushing that one agenda because they all have that philosophy that hey, we are going to rule. We are next. You understand? We have next. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yeshai, of course. Right? Like Proverbs 10 and 28. It says, the hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. Right? They expect to chip the entire world. You understand? And we know the most I go short in the ways. In Job. So like yeah, in the book of Job it also says what he disappoint the devices of the crafty, I believe it is. You take the crafty in their own devices, and then he'll disappoint the enterprise. Just roughly paraphrasing something along those lines. And then he'll disappoint them. You know? Because the inward thought is what? That the houses will go on forever, you know, that they will rule forever. Yeah. That's the inward thought. Unfortunately, or as I normally say, unfortunately, you understand? The Most High going to destroy them, right? So it says, the hope of the the hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The way of Yahweh is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. Yeah, because they both working to bring on this M.O.T.B. All these things are platforms. And you will see that later on when it becomes full-fledged. In, right now we in the nitty-gritty of it, you know. They're just finalizing. These are integral steps towards the M.O.T.B. we taking here. Right? By March, they might say they want to put one in it. They go have one for your hand by March, most likely. In the February, I still saying by March, it could be next week and all. You understand? But we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yeshai, These things had to happen for our salvation. So we not really worried, These things were written of pursuant to Habakkuk 2 and if I'm gonna just get that precept. Habakkuk 2 and 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Yeah, it will come and it coming. It coming. You understand? It coming. All we have to do is endure until the end. All we have to do, because the Spirit will do the rest, our faith will do the rest. A sincere man of the Lord will have faith. You understand? The Most High will not, go back on His word. Is that written? He's not slack concerning promises. Right? The Revelation 3 and 10. We know they all are our enemies. Pursuant to, what is that, Psalms 80, 83? You know what? Let's get that. I think that more relevant than the Revelation right now. It's Psalms 83. What is it? Psalms 83. It says, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people Israel, and consulted against thy hidden ones, the saints, the elect. You understand? They destroyed our heritage and our history, give us lies. You understand? They set up our leaders, you understand, to teach us falsely and so on and be false prophets. You understand? They fighting one another, but the end goal is the same. The end goal is the same. If they crack code, they have one blueprint. You understand? They have one plan, they have one goal. It all comes down to one goal, right? And at the end of the day, is all the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And that is the kicker. It's all the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know? So we know East and West really trying to accomplish the same things. However, Yahushai is going to return and disappoint them sorely, bitterly. Right? They have come, so like they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Yeah, they want to cut us off from our covenant. And that is why, you understand, Revelation 3 is so important, because they want to cut us off. You understand? They don't want us to be able to, they don't want us to be able to stand in that hour of temptation. They want us to go along with that wine. They want us to be fully persuaded in their philosophies and be mad. Right? Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. This will come upon all the world. You understand? So if the M.O.T.B in America, it will be over in China as well. It will be over in Africa. It will be over here in the Caribbean. It will be. It will come upon all the world. Don't feel because, well, China is part of BRICS and they are opposing the ideals of the West. Don't feel because they're saying that on mainstream media do mean they don't have the same goal. One taking the highway and one probably taking a back road, but the goal is the same. You understand? The maps might be saying you're only on different parts, but all you're both working towards the goal. Yeah? They are the heathen, they are the wicked. That's what they do. That's what they do. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, which is what? This truth, this knowledge, this faith. That no man take thy crown, meaning what? No man take your reward. Yeah? Now, I'm going to go to the final precept. This is the book of Baruch 4. It's down in the deep. Right? Actually 29. This is where I want to start from. All right, so this book 4 and 29. It says, "For he that had brought the plagues, brought these plagues upon you, shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation." Who brought the plagues upon us? Salakia. Who brought the plagues upon us? Now, the order was given with the authority of who? Of Yahweh, executed through who? Yahweh Shai. He said, hey, they turn their face on her. You understand? I showed them, I gave them the option. If only do all these things, all the life set. If only don't listen to me, right? If only don't listen to me, here's what's going to happen. And what did Jake do? We did not listen to him. So what happened? Everything he said happened. All the curses took a hold of us. You understand? For a sign. Yeah, we were leading with curses. We still leading with curses. Right? So Yahweh send the plagues upon us, and what? He going to bring us that everlasting joy with salvation. But what we have to do, we have to keep the word of patience. Verse 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he had gave thee that name. He that gave thee that name will come for thee. Yeah. The one who named us, hey, Prince of Power, Sons of God, you know? Our last name. I will say, name thee after myself. That is not what the precept says. You understand? Let me see if we can get that. We'll come back to the book. Right? See that name thee, right? So name. Something along them lines. Alright. Of Isaiah 45, Salakia 44 and 5. It says, and they shall spring up as among the grass as willows and by the watercourses. And one shall say, I am Yahweh, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto Yahweh, and name himself by the name of Israel, which is what? The Prince of Power. 45, Isaiah 45 and 4, it say, for Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee. Though thou hast not known me, yet he gave us that name. Why I keep going through that right? Yahweh has surnamed us. Alright, so we go back to Baruch 4 and right, it says, for he that had brought thee these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will come for thee. Yeah, he surnamed us. You understand? He gave us that name. He gave us the name Israel. Yasharallah. Verse 31, it says, miserable are they that afflict thee and rejoice at thy fall. Yeah, because that is what Esau did. You understand? I believe it's in the book of Obadiah where it says, because he has taken joy at the destruction of your brother. You know? Verse 32, it says, miserable are the cities which thy children served. Yeah, everybody had a hand in our downfall. They made a tumult. They made a confederacy against us. They wanted to take our name away from remembrance, right? So miserable is she that received thy sons, for as she rejoiced. That goes back to America, right? They say, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. I'm going to the book of Obadiah and see if I can find that precept. Must bear with me 1 second. The specific verse, right? Mm-hmm. Uh, but I want to tell it, say, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever in the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. You understand? Yeah. Well, he was glad. Well, he was glad. It say, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Yeah. So because all they rejoice, you understand? Well, they got to pay the piper now. And they saying he who laugh last laugh the best. He was the last laugh last laugh the loudest or something like basically. You know what I mean to say. You understand? Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Yeah, you should not. You should, you should not have. All right, back in the book of Baruch, right? It's a miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. Yeah, because we were taken to all parts of the world. And we had to run in persecution and we were taken there through slavery. Right? It's a for as she rejoiced at thy ruin, that we just read, as America rejoiced, yeah, Esau Edom, rejoiced at our ruin. Right? Up to today, they're still rejoicing because what? They're still reaping from that ruin. They're still reaping the rewards of it. That is a form of rejoicing. Gladly reaping the rewards. And was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Yeah. Now let me get the definition of miserable before I go. Right? Okay, so you should not be proud. But say, well, your pride would be what? Turn into mourning. So here we have the Google definition for miserable. It says a person wretchedly unhappy or uncomfortable. All right. Who's to it say pitiable, small or inadequate. All right, cool. Like Google definition. Let me go to the atom online. So okay. It says adjective early 15th century, full of misery, causing wretchedness of conditions. From Old French miserable, 14th century, and directly from Latin miserabilis, pitiable, miserable, deplorable, lamentable. In the book of Isaiah, where it says, they will not really look upon thee. Is that Isaiah? But the one that really come into, yeah, yeah, yeah. They will say, is this the man basically? Is this the man that made the earth to shake or something? That's roughly paraphrasing, of course. All right. All right. Let's see, lamentable from miserari to pity, lament, deplore, from miser, wretched, of persons existing in a state of want, suffering, wretchedness. It is attested from 1520s, meaning mentally full of misery, wretched, in feeling unhappy. All right, and that basically it. You understand? That is what Baruch folk I mean. It's a miserable a day that afflicted thee, and rejoice that thy fall miserable at the cities of thy children, which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. Yeah, looks like going to throw it back on them. You know, throw back all that rejoicing. You're going to throw it back into what mourning. Yeah, son. So it was edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. With that I will say Kalalal Wahawad La Yahweh Shem Shai Basham Akakodash. Double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of the spirit that push this word in truth and in sincerity. And Brother Manatazak saying Shalom.